You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back. You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos. Yes! Yes!
Nice try.
Be still, my beating heart!
Fine hand.
Stop!
Actually, I wouldn't. There's a good boy. Slow.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Muthos.
But Muthos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry! Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake.
My boy.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashi?
of amber under Lazarus.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
You saw that?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but...
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
I've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
All right, Clark. Blackthorn told me you helped him out. Speaking of which...
Worried about him.
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... obviously, I show it to Blackthorn. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Well,
shit.
I'll be sure to...
All right.
She can't get the glory to Greek.
What's happened?
Tyre's I've tried. Clive, she hasn't left. Will you talk?
I know better than... We all...
I will, until then we owe him that.
Who is he?
Someone from... It won't be if I had... Oh, not my tears.
You wouldn't, Tyre. Surely.
Sometimes you do...
I will. I can make the...
Just tell me what you...
There is a spring. I'll make sure.
Bloody hell, Clive. That remains to be seen. August tells me, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up, if it weren't the ring...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things...
And sometimes...
Don't be like...
Fine, if it'll get you off. That ring he flashed was... We apprenticed together. But...
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? The ring passed us him.
So it was a knot?
The fact... So what? I'm not my arm, far as I'm, because the... And I refuse.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt it.
Then just swallow your keeping the... Provided you can do that, you'll hinder.
What'd you say? It's not like you'll be...
All right.
Magic. So...
In Dravosh.
Dravosh, eh? Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? And I'll make sure...
Good luck with...
He's a surly soak. Who cares less?
The realm's crops are all being harvested early for fear they won't grow.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
all said it was an army of Acacia.
definitely anything but ordinary. Now, no mistakes. No holding back. Kicked out already?
No.
Why are the gates?
Chief's orders. Not that I'd let you, I suggest.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit. Long time no see, eh? Well, I'm here to see...
All right. Just...
Yeah, I promise I won't... Much obliged.
So this, not much going on.
It's a Clark, you're good with people.
Hey.
There's a river.
All right.
I appreciate he'll be near.
Forge on the...
Good.
But if we can't find forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flake...
Pardon the intrusion.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet.
I'll bet it keep the gates closed. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorns.
What did you...
He's travelled. He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice?
So what if we... Fuck! These bare as flames are next to bloody...
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless...
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so... Oh. And if you're struggling to... That prick knows exactly... He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps this up, we'll be ruined.
Let me guess.
As a personal favor.
Well,
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turn the village?
I left. Dravozd, there are two kinds of smiths. My kind, who are in it for the luck, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk, and the other kind, who are in it people like Zoltan, who's the kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among. There wasn't a single day we weren't, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on.
you didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered with that until the crystals run out at any rate.
It depends on... It's got to be...
Thanks to City Saul of...
You know what I'm trying to...
Clive, Dravozd, so... Do you think it the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. And you'd be throwing it away...
All right. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another step. Dravozd will show the world that is... Wouldn't you agree, Org?
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the...
I know I'm off. I'll be needing some help building a furnace. Isn't exactly do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two. And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me... I need leather for the bellows and nothing else. Luckily for us, salamanders.
Time for a spot. Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
No mistakes. Let's make this quick, shall we? I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right, and without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction. What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left that there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire. Our secret for yours. I've always envied, since the day I became chief. I spent no amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But is it any wonder
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. These things take but one matter. I reckon he's get.
See that you both...
All right.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. And if that helps save even a single life... What was it you said he called me? Huh? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on.
I don't know, but I'm grateful. Now.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar that...
A little.
You're not wrong. It's a shame. No use grumbling. Blackthorn's happy.
What do I owe the honor? Not saying fortune, do you? It'd last you a good while. No scratches, all right? It'd last you a good while. That it? Fine.
He's a surly soaker.
amazing specimen. When? When? It is just witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield...
I'm glad I could be...
You've not only... Do you recall I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the You must accept this phial as thanks for your assistance.